Beloved brothers and sisters, today I want to talk to you about relationships, because a lot of people on the planet are passing through challenges in relationships. Why is it that relationships have so many challenges? And I'll give you the clue. See, everything in the creation is functioning on the principle of polarity, as I've always told you. That means if there is positive, there will be negative. If there is light, there will be darkness. But they should come together like balancing. And when there is a balance, the balance point is where divinity or the Great Spirit connects. Because Great Spirit is neither negative nor positive. So, creation means projecting opposites. But the source, the creator, is balanced. So if you can balance the opposites within you, then there is this wonderful feeling of peace, wonderful feeling of bliss, wonderful feeling of love. And that is the point where you are connected. You get connected to the divine, the source, the self. Or if you want, let's say God. Beloved brothers and sisters, there is within one self, as you are manifesting, expressing your spirit qualities, but expressing it on this platform where we have polarities. There is one type of polarity to begin with. That is I and me. The I is involved with doing something. And the me is involved with receiving the doing. Something is done to the me. Something is given by I, and it is received by the me. But all is inside your psyche. You see? Think of it. So, the initial projection from spirit becomes an identity which we say I. Separated identity, I. But then it goes on further that I begins to do things. So the created realm begins with that I wanting to, desiring to do things. But another portion that is a step down frequency from the I is the me turning around to receive what the I is giving. To be the portion or the part that the I does things to. So, I give and me receives. So, the I is the subject and the me is the object. The I can therefore be called, if you choose to, positive, and the me, the negative. And they balance out and enter spirit, because spirit is neither this nor that, things that oppose themselves. Now, in each person, for example, the male, you have the I dominating the me, and the female has the me as dominant, but the female has the I, but the me is dominant. And the male has both I and me, but the I is dominant. This is something I want you to think about. So, because the I is dominant in the male and the me is sub, the male has a strong feeling to also attain balance. Everything that came from source wants to return to source. So the male is looking for balance. So it needs more me aspect so that the I will be balanced. And the female has the me more and the I less. So the female is looking for the I, more I aspect, so that she will also be balanced. And the male sees that the female has that which he needs. The male needs more meanness, you see, and the female has more of that. That is why there is the inner drive towards the female. And all the male is looking for is to get the me from the female, so that it comes to balance his I, which is higher, which is on the ascendancy. But in that process that the female is to give the me aspect to the man, the same female is also looking for the I from the man for a balance to her own. And interestingly, most of the time, the man focuses on getting the me aspect from the woman, from the female, but the man has less focus on giving the I to the female, because the idea is to get the me from the female. And the female is looking for the I inside the man to balance the me which is on high. And whilst the female is looking for the I inside the male, the male is not focusing on releasing that. The male is focusing on getting the me from the female. So each of them is selfish. You want the me aspect from the female, The female also wants the I aspect in you. And this is the situation. If you give the I aspect to the female, if you were to release it, she will be fulfilled. If she is to give you the female aspect, the me, it will balance your I. But she is not focused on giving. She's focused on also receiving from you the I aspect. So this mutual relationship, when we have it, we come together subtly underneath. We want the balance, and we expect it from the other one. And the other one expects yours also for balance. But all are in taking, receiving mode. And they are not in giving mode. And this is where the problem comes. This is where the problem comes. You have both I and me. You have both positive and negative. And as a male, your negative side, let's call it, is lower. And to balance your positive, you need more of the negative. And you find it in the female because the negative is more and the positive is less. And the female is also looking for the positive from the man. And the man is not giving it because it's not in that mood. The man is selfish. He wants from the woman that which will balance his. And the woman wants from the man what will balance hers. Yes. And as we come close, it appears it is going to happen, and the woman is going to give you the fulfillment, and the woman is blocked on that side sometimes, and rather interested in getting the positive energy from the man, and the man is blocked on that side, and the man is also looking for the negative from the woman, the negative energy. Of course, don't use the terms positive, negative in a way like one better than the other. You know, sometimes in the worldly language, positive is something good and negative is something bad. But what we are talking about is not on that platform. The negative so much from the woman is just a balancing energy. What will balance the other energy? That is what I'm talking about. So we continue this way in relationship and no fulfillment. And it's like we begin to think, did I have a wrong relationship? Is it, what is it all about? And she's not fulfilling my inner. And she is also feeling the same. You are not fulfilling. You, the man, you are not fulfilling the woman's inner. And how will this happen? See, sometimes there are techniques you do, and as a man, then these techniques will give you the balancing energy so that you get balanced. And when you get balanced, the feeling for the female drops. Because that is what you were expecting from the female. So that feeling drops. See? And you get balanced. And that is why some of the great people of the past, let me tell you the truth. You see? It is the need for balancing the energies. That is why even the Christ had to do the fasting for 40 days, 40 nights, to balance the energies. And there is no pull for looking for anything from this world. Once it's balanced, it's in tune with the source, fully. And that is how, after that, there is all these things, the stories of being baptized and the higher. These are all symbolic language. And the higher is saying, yes, this is my loved one. Why? Yes, this is the one balanced and resembles me. The Great Spirit is balanced. All else in the drama are out of balance. And they are seeking it. They are seeking the balance. And that is what makes the drama go on. They are looking for the balance. The up and down that people are doing, going and coming, it is all looking for the balance, balancing of their energies, so that they can resemble the source and be in tune with the source and begin to experience their true identity, which is the same as the source. And they actually are the source because they finally realize they are not different. And it becomes I and the Father are one. Not two, not two. I and the Father, not two. It's just the same. Beloved, so male, female will continue looking for the balance, and it's not going to happen. It has never happened in the past. It's not happening now, and it won't happen in the future. But it's understanding can keep them going. Understanding that if somehow we knew ways and means to balance each other or get closer to balancing each other, then we become peaceful as individuals and we can coexist very peacefully and create an atmosphere of peace. But thinking that that balance will come from the other is a deception. It won't happen. And in actual fact, it is designed to keep the drama going. That is it. Because when you become balanced, most of the time, it's like you are ready to get out of the drama because you get back to the source and then you become a witness of various dramas that go on. Beloved brothers and sisters, the way to have harmony in the home, each individual should develop closeness to the balanced state separately. And then you are getting closer to the inner peace, the genuine love, and the joy which will be coming or being expressed in your spirit. And the more it gets done that way, then there is re-harmony with the other person. You see, when you are out of balance and the other person is out of balance, the funny thing is, one projects the thoughts, the mind, perceives the other person, and one thinks the other person is responsible for your problems. The other person is not responsible for your problems. What is responsible for your problems is that you are out of balance within yourself. And the other person also thinks you are responsible for her problems. And that is also not true. The truth is, she is out of balance within herself. So this kind of game will go on and on in life, everywhere, in the drama. In fact, it sets the drama going. And when you know the truth, then it is like a funny thing. People are so serious with it, and they fight, they argue. And yet, you see it all as a joke. Because it is not the other person. It is that they are out of balance within themselves. That is the cause of the problems. So, beloved brothers and sisters, seek that balance, the balancing point within yourself. That is why in the scriptures, it is said, if you are burning inside, that is, you are out of balance, the male energy is so high within the male, and the female energy in the male is lower. So the yearning inside a man is for female energy. And the female energy is so high in the female. And there is male energy in the female, but it is very down, it's low. So the female is looking for nothing but the male energy. And always, this is where the problems come. The males are not releasing the male energy to the female. And the female is not releasing the female energy to the male. All are looking for it from each other, but it's not forthcoming. So after a while in a relationship, they feel it is a wrong relationship. It's not fulfilling. So, beloved, when you have a lifestyle, if you're a male, you have a lifestyle that gives you female energy from the atmosphere, you come closer and closer to balanced state. And if the female also goes through the same lifestyle and the process gives her male energy from the atmosphere, then she will also be getting closer and closer to balanced state. And when you have two couples and all of them are close to balanced state, then their aura merge and the atmosphere is a balanced state. And that relationship is heavenly because it is in tune with the balanced one, that is a greater self, the Great Spirit. And there will be so much prosperity. There is so much peace, so much love, so much bliss. And they can affect the kids. They can affect whoever enters their field of consciousness. Because there is consciousness being infectious. If you are in peace, it infects. It is contagious. Let me use that word. It affects those who enter that field. If you are blissful, it affects those who enter that field. And your children will be safer, they'll be more protected by your field of consciousness. Beloved, thank you.